You are the filter that your external reality is being projected through. The divine light, the light that comes from source itself, creation, God, whatever it is that you want to call it, that light comes through you and gets projected into your external environment. This is why your internal state of being matters so much, right? This is also why reacting to the external in a negative way reinforces that frequency, right? We're not going to call it good or bad. We're just going to call it one frequency over another. You have the frequency of scarcity, the frequency of shame, the frequency of anger, right? Those emotions, that's internal. Those emotions dictate and steer what is presented out here, right? That's an important part. Your internal dialogue, that's important. You got all those thoughts that's running through your head about how you should have did this, or you're getting too old, or all the regrets, or whatever, the stuff that's just playing in your background, the bills that you got coming up, whatever, stuff that's just constantly rolling through your head. What do you think that's gonna do? Project itself. It's gonna project itself right out here. More situations, more circumstances of the things that you actually don't prefer. All your awareness is on it. You don't prefer it, but all your awareness is on it. What is that? Look at this. It's a grasshopper, I think. Is that a grasshopper? Yeah. Man, I'm sure that means something. But yeah, your thoughts, you have to gain control over your thoughts. Your thoughts, your emotions, all of that stuff is creating this external environment. Now, this is why you'll see people practice manifestation techniques like subliminals, right? You have subliminals, you have affirmations, you have scripting. What is all of this stuff doing, right? If you just wanted to condense this down into what is this, what are these tools doing? You're training your subconscious mind. You're training the filter that is projecting this external environment, right? People swear by affirmations and scripting and all of this other stuff. And yes, it's working for people. But you have to understand the mechanics of what's going on, not just repeating something over and over and over in your mind until you're numb to it, right? You want to understand the mechanics. What's going on? Why are these things happening? Why do I keep getting the same circumstances? Why is the person that I decide to be with the same type of person, or it gives me the same problems each time? These are things that you have to pay attention to. What are the recurring events, right? The lessons are there. Look at the stuff that you don't want to look at. What are the recurring events? What are the same challenges that you keep facing? Whether if it's money, relationships, your job situation, family, self-love, whatever. What are the recurring stuff? What's the stuff that is a recurring challenge for you? Because that is where you're going to get the most benefit. That's when you start diving into shadow work, right? And why shadow work is so important. You can have things that are lingering in this filter that I'm talking about and not even know it's there. Things from childhood. ways of thinking that you didn't realize was manifesting your external environment. Sorry. All of that stuff, where the shadows are, where the challenges are, those are important things to look at, right? This is a school. It's meant to be fun. There are challenges, but it's meant to be fun. We're all here to wake up, right? We're here to wake up and remember how much control we actually have, right? This is yours. Everything that you see around you is yours. This is your projection. This is your universe. You have control over this. Don't be fooled by somebody saying that they can do this and that to you, using energy like in a negative context. That's the only person that can control what happens to you is you. You're in control. You are God of your universe. Okay? When you start getting people that start saying, oh, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. You know what makes those things true? When you meet them at that frequency. When you meet somebody at that frequency, when you generate fear, internal fear, right? Let's talk about this for a second. When you start to actually get afraid or get concerned about what somebody else can do to you, what's happening there? Your internal state changes, right? Now your internal dialogue is running all of these scenarios about how this person's going to do this or that to you, or how they're going to mess something up for you. Who's creating it? Who is creating it? Ask yourself that. These are important things to pay attention to, right? You're completely safe and secure. The only thing that's a barrier for you are the things that are attached to that filter that we're talking about, that filter of projection, right? Your internal state is projecting your external environment. So that means that the things that are hurting you in the background, the things that you need to heal in the background, whether if you're aware of them or not aware of them, that's the stuff that you want to pay attention to. And there's plenty of techniques to identify childhood trauma, thought patterns that are not serving you, right? This is important stuff. This is how you get in control, right? When you start putting these things into practice to gain control over your subconscious, to gain control over your energy, it's like being at sea in a boat with no sails, no way of steering, no rudder. You're just kind of getting carried away by the ocean, right? You're here, you're surviving, but you're not in control when you don't address these things. You have to address the things that hurt. You have to address the things that bother you, that irk you, that cause some type of a trigger, because there's something there. When you start to train these things, it's like you building a sail and building a rudder for your boat and building a way for you to steer. Building a way for you to steer. Now you're in control. You know, okay, I'm going to go north. I'm going to go this way. You got a map. You got a compass. You're sailing the ocean of the multiverse intentionally, not just getting carried away by things that trigger you, right? Because that's what causes these loops. This is why these things present themselves in reality over and over and over again for you. So I hope that this is helpful. Much love to you guys. You're in control. It's your universe. You have to look inward. Everything is inward. You are not separate from the universe. It's not out there. It's in here. You have control. I'll see you guys later.